Good morning,
You
ma'am.
can ask.
Yeah, good morning, ma'am. I'm Deepti. I am from Curious Times, and we welcome you to our special edition, The Ed Leaders, on this occasion of Teachers' Day. We are privileged that you accepted our invite and you're here to have a conversation with us. Your journey is very impressive. What we had a chat sometime back, and we would like your journey to be featured in the ed leaders, and we would like to hear from you your entire journey, your inspiration, what kept you motivated through so many years, and what keeps you motivated now. And then we will talk about your challenges and how you have you know you've gone across them, and that those are going to be the inspiration for other young leaders who want to be in the teaching profession, and of course for our students to know this the kind of hard work teachers are doing out there. So ma'am, welcome to Curious Times.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, Deepti. And it's an honor and absolute privilege for me to speak to you, to have a conversation with you. Let me introduce myself. I'm Mrs. Nirmal Mahana, Principal, Delhi Public School, Kathua. You're asking me about my journey. Sweetheart, 37 years have completed in this profession. And it started from KV number 2, Dhar Road, Udhampur. I just finished my B.Ed in 85 and immediately got permanent teach English there. After that, got married to an army officer who was from Delhi and moved to Delhi. But being in army, wherever he was posted as an infantry officer, the postings are in far-flung areas. So I never missed the opportunity. So I never missed the opportunity of my profession also. Let me tell you, wherever he was going, I left my permanent job, this is a central government job, and joined him in a place called Thakurbadi in Assam. There, with the help of the commander, brigade commander and the commanding officer's wife, I was a young captain's wife, and started a school in the vicinity of army only in Thakurbadi. Rangiapada is the place, all right? And challenge was for all these tea gardeners' children, because there was no school. The nearest school was in Tejpur, which was almost 26 kilometers from there, and the small children were not able to go there. So with the help of the our battalion and the brigade and this, we started a school named Silver Bells. It was pre-primary school, and I was the first teacher. So that was a challenge, and we started in a shed with 2 rooms with 14 children. And Deepti, today that school has achieved class 12th, and for last, I think, 15 years, the school is coming first in the entire Assam region. It's 100% result they are producing. So that was the base we put. And after that, wherever he was posted, then he was in Delhi. So I've been teaching in DPS International. As you're aware, there's a first school, IGCSE, Cambridge University. I was their chief coordinator. And then Mount St. Mary's I taught. So n number of schools in, Kota or wherever. And when my husband was posted as a deputy commander here in Jammu, I picked up the job in KC International. I was there for 3 years, heading the school. Then I was director academics. And I was teaching in, I was heading the school in DCM Public School as a director academics, which is in Palamwala, on, again, on a border area. And that's the place where I realized that no, I don't require to be in big cities now. I must do some work for these children who are coming from remote places where there's nothing, there's nobody to guide them to achieve their aspiration, achieve their dreams. So after that, I got this opportunity for last 7 years. I've been I'm heading the school DPS Rajbagh Kathua. And let me tell you, initially it was almost 26 teachers who were traveling with me, and we are covering 187 kilometers every day. 4 hours we are there traveling, 2 hours going, 2 hours coming back. But it's only one thing is getting all of us motivated is the 100% result we are achieving. My children have been selected in NDA, IITs, IIMs, and they're doing very well. MBBS, some of the children are doing, and these children are from rural background. So, you get that satisfaction, yes, because I think at my age, at the age of 56, we must contribute something to the society, which is my, it's a dream. And I had that passion that my children should do very well. My own son is Army officer, he's a senior major. My younger one has finished his graduation from Delhi University. So when I see both my sons and see that hard work paid, so I want all other children also to achieve their aspirations, this thing. So we are working very hard, and I'm very happy to state that management is giving me 100%. No interference from their side. Whatever I'm requesting them, they're providing me. So that's the reason I am able to achieve what I'm saying. CBSE, I am a city coordinator, the district coordinator for CBSE. I am in their inspection team. I'm almost 14, 15 schools I have inspected. I'm in the panel of CBSE. So that I was able to achieve because I'm getting 100% that cooperation, the guidance and the support from CBSE, from DPS Society, from my management. And very, very important is all my parents, my children, my staff. So I'm very happy, and God has been very great. It's God's blessing that I am achieving, and my future plans. And let me tell you, during this pandemic, which is very important to share with you, that in J&K, initially last year, we had tough time because only 2G was working. You remember that there was no 4G because of the militancy problem and this thing. And for it was a Herculean task for my teachers to reach out to each and every child. But still, they picked up everything. In 15 to 20 days, they picked up, they came to know all the forums. And then the children who were not able to access to us, access was not there because of the low internet, this connectivity, no electricity sometimes on the border areas. So teachers were making the videos, they were sending, and these children were traveling all the way from there to the city of Kathua, to their relatives' houses, and they were downloading these videos, and then they were studying, completing the work, and they were sending back to the teacher. Sometimes when, from the very beginning, we made the groups on the WhatsApp, on the Kazala, senior classes from 9 to 12th on the Kazala app, and otherwise WhatsApp. And every subject teacher, every class, every section, I was there, and I was entering their classes to see whether all my children are able to study or not. Sometimes it used to be, and I used to be in literally tears when I used to see some of my children in the heat, in the field, खेतों के अंदर, पेड़ों के नीचे, जहाँ पे connectivity होती थी, चारपाई बिछा के parents वहाँ पढ़ा रहे होते थे. तो अगर if you're getting that kind of stuff, where the parents and the children both are into it, my child should not miss any classes. So automatically you want to do extra, you want to go extra mile for these children. So, and the teachers picked up everything. A person like me, I am from a literature background. I am not a tech savvy person. I didn't know too much about the technology, but in this, thanks to this pandemic, has taught me to work on the computers, on all the forums. Now I can handle the technology very well. So is my teachers. So this is how in a different ways, we are not leaving any stone unturned, and we are reaching out to each and every child of mine. And I'm very happy this time 200 plus admissions we got beside pandemic. The parents are so happy.
Right.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, obviously, my sort of, question gets answered, your inspiration, but I also sort of see like, I think I have last year when we did the magazine, The Leap, We also interacted with lots and lots of teachers from army background, because they also talked about very similar things: lack of devices and lack of internet connections. So poor connectivity, right? So the poor connectivity was with teachers and with the students, because all of them are almost in the same location. So they were all facing their respective challenges, while people in the city just talked about, like, behavior of students in the online classrooms. I think here the basic problem was around how to stay connected and be able to deliver the lectures itself, and how students can access it. So I think those were last year's challenges, and some of them have got settled, but I think in remote areas that still continues to be there, because the whenever this distribution of bandwidths were happening, these areas were not factored to be like online, schools in some sense. So I kind of, and I think I really sort of, admire your first school where you actually were the person who was enterprising to start a school over there. So many congratulations for all your achievements, I think.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So I think we would like to learn a little bit more about the Katua school, and why did you choose that location or place? Because it's very hard for anybody to think, like, sitting here, that especially in current environment, not the pandemic, but current state environment of or the Union Territory environment of Kashmir, and the whole location of Jammu and Kashmir in certain way. How did you sort of pick up, like, this is the place I want to be? Like, people could be right now thinking, okay, I want to exit this place now. It's like, but in the first place, selecting that location for yourself, that too at the, when people are looking at retirement, you're looking at a second innings in a very interesting, very challenging place.
Deepti, number one, why I have selected and why I've chosen this school is because of two reasons. Number one, I belong to Jammu. I've been studying here. My schooling, my graduation, my post-graduation, everything is from here. And as I told you, I got married and went to Delhi, and then wherever he was posted. I came back to Jammu after 26 years and realized there are good schools have come up in the cities, but there are schools in the outskirts, in the countrysides, but because of the lack of resources, human resources like teachers, good teachers are not there. So when I spoke to the management, when they approached me for this thing, and when they, I told them very clearly, I said, I will join the school, but मेरी 3 शर्तें हैं, अगर आप मानते हैं तो. I told them, I said, staff will come from Jammu. I want a AC gaadi for them. And maximum staff I want to bring from there, because you see, I don't say that the children are not educated in Kathua. No, I will not say this. But that exposure is not there. So the exposure for a teacher is very important. Degrees are not that important. Normal graduate B.Ed degree holder can teach in a better way rather than a teacher who's PhD but not able to express to the children as per their requirements. So they said, okay. Then I said, you will not interfere. You will not come to school. If I'll request, I'll call you, then you can come. Otherwise, I will run the school on my own way. So this was the second thing. And they said, yes. Then I said, pay package of the teachers will be decided by me, not by the management. Yes. So when they agreed on these 3 things, I joined the school. Because I had, during our time, we had studied through KVs, and that time the KVs were very good. Now also at certain areas, the KVs are doing very well. But then I realized that children from these places, they also require good schooling, good teachers, good environment, good guidance for to select their future perspectives. Right. So that's the reason I said. And last 7 years, I'm going there. Though my children keep on telling, they said, Mark, why leave the job now? Sit at home at your age, you pursue. Because you see, I'm a passionate painter. I paint also. So he said, why don't you pursue your interest in your hobbies now? I said, no, I can pursue it's on Sundays. But rest of the days, I want to go and contribute. And let me tell you, it's a request to all of the people that when the God has been very kind and it gives everything to you, it's your responsibility to contribute to the society also. After all, अपने जितने भी आप में जैसे कि आप में अगर कोई हुनर है तो उसको बांटो. बांटने से ज्यादा अच्छा होता है. At least somebody will listen to you, somebody will have that. And if you are able to make that kind of impact in the life of the children. Yes, yesterday I was telling, I was showing a message from my child, to whom I taught 10 years back, and now he's a fantastic and very, very famous entrepreneur. So I used to beat him. He never used to study. The parents were very upset कि पढ़ता नहीं, तो थप्पड़ लगते थे उसको मेरे से. उसने मैसेज किया and I was showing it to my daughter-in-law. मैं अपनी बहू को पढ़ा रही थी. मैंने कहा, see what he has written. He's written, ma'am, आपका वो थप्पड़ उसकी वजह से आज मेरी जिंदगी बन गई है और आज मैं आपके साथ रहना चाहता हूँ but टाइम नहीं है. So now so you get that kind of satisfaction. Yeah. So that's the reason I chose to stay here and I chose to work a place like Kathua and this thing. And parents are very cooperative. Lots of regards, lots of love, respect, everything I'm getting. So that's the reason.
Right. Wonderful, ma'am. It's like I'm sure it takes a lot of I would say conviction and like you said, that genuine feeling that you want to give back to society, which kind of the hard journey that you're picking up, it requires that kind of commitment and conviction and belief that you want to do something for others. And and because the place is like sort of also risky, but I think your familiarity with this place sort of gives you confidence that okay, I can navigate it. The other thing is like we saw the pandemic last year, right? And what has happened is like the technology has also taken a lot of load from the teachers in terms of content and delivery. I understand Kathua is a difficult place from a delivery perspective because of the bandwidth issues, but still to a large extent, a lot of pain from content, new kind of content, and also the delivery mechanisms have changed. Now, in the 21st century, where some bit of work is being handled by technology, what do you see as the teacher's new role? Or in your view, is there a new role, right? And what is that new role? If there's a definition to that new role, and maybe something goes out and something new is added onto their bucket of role.
See, now during this pandemic, I told you, I agree with you that quite a number of things are available online now. But let me tell you, it becomes very difficult for a teacher. Yeah, it's good for big cities. Yes. But places like Kathua, which I'm talking, where technology or no technology makes no sense. Because, technology works where at home the parents are literate, they are able to understand the technology. And at home, when the 24 hours the child is at home, the parents are able to express, explain, guide. Right. But imagine a place like such places where technology is there, but the use of technology is not being monitored properly. Misuse of technology is more at such places rather than making use of it. Now for the teachers, when you're talking about the teacher's role, you see the such areas, you have to explain the role of the technology to these children, okay? Right. Because they are not going to learn on their own, because they do not have that kind of background.
Right.
They do not have that kind of, awareness of this thing. So at such places, the role of technology is, it becomes a very, very difficult for the teacher to explain to the child, and teaching becomes very difficult. It's not, offline, it's easy because the teacher is able to interact one-to-one in the class. Teacher is able to have the accessibility to each and every child.
Right.
One-to-one, they can, the teacher can see what the child is, whether the child is attentive in the class or not. Problem here is with the technology, if there is nobody at home to monitor, what these children are doing, senior children, what they are doing, they switch off the listening mode and they are into games and this thing. So here it becomes a problem. So it's not that the teacher's work has, the load has come down. No, it has increased in many folds.
Right.
Because taking attendance, and then after that, the child is leaving the session and stating that internet nahi hai, ma'am sunai nahi de raha, ma'am dikhai nahi de raha. So, and then after all, the teacher is responsible for each and every child, because I keep asking them, especially my senior children, class 9, 10th, 11th, 12th, the board classes, that you are responsible. I don't care how you approach each and every child, because I want the content should be very clear to these children. So then they keep on, in the evening, they keep on tracking the parents, they keep on requesting them. So it has become, the problem is serious in many folds rather than easy. It's not easy.
Right.
Online, it becomes very difficult, especially for such areas.
Right. Yeah, I think our question is less relevant because it is it's not comparable to the metros where the teacher has to go through a lot of role change. But I think if the parent ecosystem at home is not supporting the students' learning process, or exercising more, sort of overseeing the children as to what they are doing, or understanding what needs to be done, then I think that's it's kind of harder for the teachers over there also. Yeah, ma'am. So one of the things that we would want to understand is, like, there'll always be teachers, right? But how do you step up to become a leader, and how do you step up to lead the big organizations like yours, the institutes? And so what should a teacher, when she steps into the profession, look at, and how should the people who are in the profession look at growing?
You see, let me tell you, I'm not boasting, I'm not exaggerating.
No, not at all.
The teachers who have been working with me, see, they say, if you are a leader, if you are a principal, and if you are a true leader, unless you create 10 to 15 leaders under your command and they become the principals, there is no point of you being a leader. After all, you have to train a leader. Okay, so you're not going to be there, permanently. And I'm happy to state that 7 to 8 schools in Jammu are being headed by my teachers, who have been my teachers, then my coordinators, then my vice principals. And today, with conviction, I am telling you that they are heading these schools. They are principals now. So creating 9 principals under your command over the period of 10 years, I think it speaks a volume. Right. Because unless you assign a responsibility, a duty, teachers will only work, in their, comfortable zone. They will not step out. You have to give them that kind of role where they step out of their comfort zone. All right. So I just keep telling my coordinators, and every 2 classes I have a head. It's not the only it's not a coordinator for this much pre-primary or primary or this thing. No, class Pre-primary has got a coordinator. 1 and 2 has got a coordinator. 3, 4, 5 has got a coordinator. 5, 6, 7, 8 coordinator. 8, 9 is coordinator. 10th, 11, 12 is the coordinator. So these 6 coordinators, I just tell them, bete, this is to be done. Pre-primary में this has to be done. ये activities होनी चाहिए. ये innovative चीजें होनी चाहिए. And likewise for the senior classes also, ऐसी workshop बनानी है where the child can use the brains, and rote learning should not be there and this thing. And they're learning. Now I don't have to tell them in detail. I just tell them this has to be done. Only my thought process. And they have picked up everything and they're doing it. And today, in the district, class 10th and 12th, we are top. Our result is top. We are topping in all the schools. So many schools are there in Kathua.
Right.
And result, 100% result with the maximum participation from the children in co-curricular activities, in inter-school competitions, inter-DPS competitions. My school is there with the NCC and everything, you name a thing, and I've got everything in my school. Right. And I've got all experts, teachers working, and I just have to guide them. This has to be done, that the work is done. Right. So, and felicitation every year is my forte, because on annual day, when the chief guest comes, all my teachers, 10 teachers have been felicitated, with the certificate, with the appreciation letter, with financial help and everything. On Teachers' Day, like it's on Sunday. I don't want to waste their Sunday. So on Monday, we are celebrating Teachers' Day.
Okay.
And because बेचारों की राखी की छुट्टी भी चली गई, 15 अगस्त की भी चली गई. I said nothing, doing you enjoy on Sunday. Yeah. And on Monday, we'll celebrate Teachers' Day. And every year, with the help of the management, gifts are given to them. There's a lunch is organized, the games are organized. And then every, area, the pre-primary, primary, middle, and this thing, one teacher every year I select for the outstanding work and appreciate and give the appreciation letter, which comes and goes in the dossier.
Right.
So all these things, we are really, and teachers are very happy. Right. They are getting that kind of appreciation.
Right. So I think this is very valuable, saying, building more leaders. So I think at every stage, then, everybody who wants and aspires to be, moving and growing in their careers, they actually should keep building more leaders. Those are very valuable thoughts, ma'am. So coming back to the Teachers' Day, I'm happy that you are going to be on Curious Times also. And we have also rolled out the forms for your teachers to participate and the students to participate. So I'm sure everybody has email IDs, and now they can be part of Curious Times, and they can get their cards or poems or whatever they create for teachers published on Curious Times. What is your message to and blessings to your children on Curious Times and other children on Curious Times?
It's not only for my children, the children in the globe, all over, wherever, whoever is listening to me. Two things I want to tell: that don't deviate yourself, your thought process, from the goal you have for yourself.
Right.
And achieve that with conviction. You must have faith in your capability, in yourself, and you can do it.
Right.
You can do it. Right. Every child has the potential. Every child has the potential. Every child has the caliber. It's only you as a teacher, as a facilitator, have to facilitate the child. Right. And so it's very important, and go for it 100% without, deviating your mind for small piddly things. No, the dream should be big. And right. If the dream is big, definitely you are going to achieve it. Work hard, and God bless you all.
Right. So thank you so much, ma'am. I'm sure this is sort of, very motivating for children. I'm sure when they'll see your video, and your teachers are also going to see your video, it's going to be really inspiring for them. Towards the end of our conversation, I want to, it's Teachers' Day. I want to really sort of, wish all your faculty and your colleagues a very happy Teachers' Day to you and your colleagues. And we will stay in touch. we will always be sort of, staying connected and help as much as we can contribute to Katwa as a destination for us as well. So thank you so much for being a part of the Ed Leaders. And we look forward to your continuing support and your and our association with DPS Katwa. Happy Teachers Day and all the very best.
Thank you so very much, Deepti, and giving me this platform to share my views, and whatever I've spoken, it's with a conviction from my heart. And thank you so much for your blessing and wishes. And definitely anything for the cause of the children, I'm ready to contribute to the society anytime. Thank you so very much. Thanks to your entire team. Thank you
so much. Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.